You know what time it is. This is your host, Charles Becco, y'all. About to get this show started. Hello, everybody. We finna get this show started. Man, Tesla went wild today, huh? Shoot. All right. Family. I want to thank everybody so much for joining us today. I'm your host, Charles Becco, and today we're going to be talking about the stock market. We're going to do a little quick recap here. Tesla had blowout numbers today, just a bunch of things. We do have a recap for some of the numbers as well. Some of the numbers that we did for the dip buy list. If you have not seen the dip buy list, you have to follow us on YouTube, okay? I'm going to post the YouTube link. Just give me 1 second while I do that. We are taking some folks up to the stage today. Just give us a second here while we pull everything together. Okay. 1 second. Want to pin these links. Once I pin the link, you will be able to see what's on my screen, and you will be able to see the content, right? So if you're not looking on the YouTube, you're literally missing half of the show. So let me get the screen up, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Okay. So I've got good news for you guys. Most of the dip buy watch list that was published last week is actually up today. Okay. Again, I inviting some folks up to the stage. CJ, what I'd like for you to do is just to let me know, CJ, what you believe is going to be your top picks, your top stock picks for 2022. And you've got 2 minutes to let us know what your top stock picks are for 2022. CJ, the mic is on you.
It would be top stocks. I'm not really sure. I'm actually new to the stock market, so it's crazy how you picked me first. But I definitely wanted to ask some questions and learning, see some guidance and get some, wisdom from everyone else who's actually in this market. So I appreciate you for adding me on stage. But I got really excited when you talked about Tesla, because that.
Go ahead, see.
Not really a lot. Tesla is one of them, and I'm throwing money into it right now, and I'm ready to learn some things and pick up on a few things that are going and how the market is going right now and what to look for. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
So you've got questions about Tesla, is that correct?
I was just gonna listen in and see okay, well, is it a time to buy or sell it right now? And I was actually gonna get the stats up and actually see what's up.
Okay, cool. Well, definitely take a look at the room there. Okay, we just posted the room at the top of the list. Definitely click the link to the YouTube. Also follow us and subscribe on the YouTube. We'll appreciate that. But we could take a look at Tesla here. So if you look on Tesla on the daily time frame here, okay, which is the middle chart. Tesla was in quite the pattern. It's really kind of a broken cup and handle. Just a gigantic gap up today. I guess the numbers caught lots of people by surprise. Tesla's the one stock that you can never count out, and you could always count on shorts just getting ready to pile into it, right? And so I would honestly say that you could say that there was a long kind of bear flag here, bull flag here from, let's say just the days before Christmas. up until the 31st. And so there was a big bull flag there. I know you don't know what that means, CJ. And then we just kind of broke out of it. We broke out of it in a ginormous way, right? So for right here, close to the all-time highs.
I think I get what it means a little bit.
Yeah, I
like when it goes down, like I was waiting on Tesla to go back up. I saw it like continue to decline. I was like, weird. That's kind of weird how their stocks went down so much. And then like I heard, I think Elon pulled out his stocks, right? Or was that from Bitcoin, or was that from Tesla?
Well, CJ, I know that you have a lot of questions today, and so some of the questions I'm going to ask you to there's a little paper airplane down at the bottom right corner of your screen, and I want to tell you to click that paper airplane and send some of those questions to me that you have, and then we'll definitely address them. You know, because I definitely want to make sure that we have space for all the other content. I love the questions, but I could only just kind of answer one at a time. You know, while we're streaming, we are streaming to everybody.
I got you. Say it.
Appreciate it. To everybody who is listening, okay, we are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Clubhouse simultaneously. All you have to do is click the link up the top. Follow us, like us on YouTube, and we'll be here for you. Okay, again, my name is Charles Becco, former financial advisor, masters in business, yada yada yada. Been trading the market since 2008. And I do stock analysis here on Clubhouse and across the internet, right? And so my man CJ here had some questions about Tesla. Basically, Tesla had a kind of big bull flag here that lasted, I would say, for the last 2 weeks, and we just broke out of it. We broke out of it on news, right? So, yeah, the news is pretty substantial, right? They made all the delivery numbers, just huge beat for Tesla here on the delivery numbers, and your question was, right? Hey, should I be buying Tesla here, close to all-time highs, right, CJ? And so, I don't know. I can't tell you that this is, the place to buy Tesla. I mean, we were already kind of super extended on the weekly time frame. And, what you really want to do is you really kind of want to buy the dips, right? You want to buy, the stock like once it pulls back. And 2 weeks before, we pulled all the way back to 900. We pulled back to the, what is this thing called? The weekly 21. We came all the way down here and we bounced off of the weekly 21 simple moving average, and we bounced like the devil, right? It looked like we were going to be in a short setup. Tesla had other plans, as it always does, and we kind of bounced out of there, right? And so right now, Tesla's like $50 away from eclipsing all-time highs. So is right here a good time to buy Tesla? I would say, maybe just wait for Tesla to cool off just a little bit before jumping into that pool. But CJ, I thank you for the question. If you like, if you're interested in our what we do here, we do have a Discord, BrooklynTraders.net. Check us out, and we'll be there to here on Clubhouse as well to answer any questions. You can hit the paper airplane, and also if anybody here has questions, right, click the paper airplane and send me your questions, and I will be glad to answer them to anybody that's out there. All right, so appreciate it. Again, thank you, CJ. So that's Tesla here. Let's take a look at SPY real quick. Okay, SPY, kind of chopped around today. It's doing SPY things, right? It's been kind of trapped in a range. Technically, SPY is in a short setup, but I felt like the short setup was kind of a trap, so I decided not to play the short side of SPY today, or just not at all, right? But the 21 simple is right down there at 477. Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong time frame. I'm looking at the half an hour time frame like a bozo, which is crazy. But yeah, we went down and we tested the 8 simple, right, 474. We bounced right out of there, right? And so, I mean, even though we had the short signal, which was Friday that came out on SPY, I do not think SPY is a short, right? Let's check out some of our dip buy lists, right? If you guys remember the dip buy list from last week, right? We had Boeing, okay? Boeing is up 3.25%, okay? This was on the dip buy list from last week Friday. We had NIO up 6%, right? Almost 6%. This was also on the dip buy list from last week. We have even Baba performed today, right? Up 1.25%. I believe we had, dang, I can't even remember my own list. I believe we had Zoom, right? Zoom was able to eke out a win today, up just barely 0.25%. Let me kind of go. I think it's a bunch here. Let me see. I don't want to go through all of them, right? I just want to go through like the obvious ones. Peloton. Okay, Peloton was the definite loser, down 1.5%. But long story short, most of our dip buy lists, right? And so we're talking about end of the year stock market harvesting. Most of those tickers that were on that list is up today. You know, we had a big win on TV today, up 4%. I see Muba double O. I know that you're trying to get on the stage. Clubhouse is kind of glitching out right now. It won't let you up. What you can do is you can leave the room, come back, and you know, we'll let you up, Muba. Okay, appreciate that. But yeah, team. Most of the dip buy list was actually was up today. You know, so that's pretty nice. Let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick. We haven't taken a look at Bitcoin in like forever. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. I would say Bitcoin is still in the long setup here, right? It looks kind of janky, but Bitcoin is still in the long setup. I've got price targets at 50,000, another price target at 55,000 on Bitcoin. And so for all you crypto enthusiasts out there, we've got Bitcoin there that I feel, you know, I don't feel like it's, I mean, on a longer term time frame, like the weekly time frame, you know, it looks a little bit hairy for Bitcoin and crypto in general, right? But under shorter term time frame, I still feel that Bitcoin could bounce a little bit. What's really crazy about Bitcoin is that it's actually under its simple 200. So, you know, every day that it's under its simple 200, it's kind of a dangerous day for Bitcoin and crypto in general, right? So you do have to be careful about that. On the weekly time frame, the 8 simple is crossing under the 21 simple for crypto. So again, all you crypto people, just be very careful. I do have short-term time frame biases towards alongside to 50,000 and potentially 55. But based on these longer-term time frames, I do believe that any kind of temporary bullishness in crypto will kind of be swallowed up, right? So, you know, again, the longer-term time frame does not look fantastic on Bitcoin. I do feel like, you know, you have levels here at 45.5, and if you break that on Bitcoin, right, the rest of crypto will go with it. So just be careful there, okay? Now, let's just do a quick reset. And, oh my goodness, that's so loud. I gotta turn that down. My goodness, why is my speakers up so loud? I'm gonna I'm gonna lose my hearing. All right. Team, again, thank you so very much for joining us today, the Day Trading Degens Club. The Day Trading Degens is one of the largest clubs on Clubhouse with over 130,000 members. So thank you so much for joining us today. Today, we're just doing a quick stock market recap. Feel free to raise your hand or come up on stage if you'd like to talk about some of the tickers. Or if you're shy, right, click that little paper airplane down there and send us your tickers on the back channel, and we'll break down your tickers for you, right? So there we go. All right, let me also, I think we're like 5 or 6 subscribers away from hitting like 400 subscribers on the YouTube. I want to give a big shout out to you guys. You have been subscribing. When we got started, I think we had like 20 or 30 subscribers when we started, like probably about a month or two ago. Right now we're up to 400, right? And so I would like for you, everybody here, right, I want you to all go to the YouTube. Please go to YouTube. I see there's a couple people up on there. If you have not already, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once you do that, right, You'll be able to know exactly when we go live. You'll have access to the archive of videos that we do have. Let me see if I can kind of... Okay, I do see the YouTube here. Okay, here. Okay, so we're live right now. We have an archive of videos, right, of all the previous shows that we did, right? And so you could kind of... you could track some of the things that we say on the stage live here by just kind of going through the different show lists and everything like that, right? And so again, definitely check this out. I believe there's like this playlist is like it's like 46 shows on here. Okay, so lots of shows, lots of content. Okay, so again, be sure to come over to the YouTube and subscribe. All right. So. Okay, I got a question on Pfizer. Okay, so Lena, thank you so much for your question on Pfizer. Let's take a look to see what's going on with it. Okay, now I would say this, just kind of preface it, right? So Pfizer is not a ticker. Pfizer is not a ticker that moves on technicals, right? It really mostly moves on news, right? So as COVID cases increase, as new variants pop out, as Pfizer has to make a new drug to combat the different variants, that's really what's been moving Pfizer for the last year. And so, unfortunately, right, we actually don't want Pfizer to do well, right, because we want to get out of the pandemic, right? And so, but yeah, what's going on with it, right? So, on the daily time frame, we're down to the daily 21, right? So, technically speaking, right, we haven't touched the daily 21 since the beginning of December, and so this is the first time we're touching it. We should get an obligatory bounce here, so if you like Pfizer, this would be the area that I would like to go long in it. Not to say that you should, not financial advice, but again, if you personally like Pfizer, right, you want to be long here, again, at the simple 21. Now, according to the charts, right, Pfizer's losing some momentum here. Okay, Pfizer's absolutely losing some momentum. So I want you guys to be careful with it. To me, if we lose this 21, let me pull up another chart here to see potentially, right, where Pfizer could possibly go. Right, make sure here. I feel if Pfizer, this is what's called an ATR chart, an average true range chart. Very good to figuring out where the dip buy areas are. And yeah, again, Pfizer right here, 56.65, was sitting right on top of the midpoint, right? So that's a reversion to the mean, right? And so doesn't matter if you go all the way up or all the way down, stocks eventually revert back to the mean. And so, yeah, Pfizer's sitting right at the midpoint at 56.65. This is the average price of Pfizer. So if you're bullish long-term Pfizer, right, you really want to be long here over a period of time, right? You again, if you believe in this long pandemic, you believe that we're going to be fighting the pandemic for years and years to come, and you're looking to say, if you're looking to add some Pfizer, this will be a nice place to add some, right at the mean price. Of course, if you get the bottom of the ATR chart, which is 52.65, if you wanted to add some Pfizer there, that would be the best price, but long-term, right? Long-term speaking, right? For you long-term investors, just buying price at the average midpoint, giving any given range, or I like to look at the daily range, that is usually a good place to dip buy, right? And so, hey, Lena, if you like Pfizer here, again, you get the dip buy. According to the charts, it looks to me like Pfizer's going to get lower. It's going to go lower. Again, I've got lots of tools here that's signaling that I don't think the weakness has abated, right? And I think there may be some more pain, in Pfizer's future, right? Let's talk about something that is working, right? Let's talk about Ford. I'm letting y'all know right now, team, right? Ford is looking really good here. Lots of things to like about Ford. Number one, okay, Ford today has hit a 20-year high today on Ford. Okay, Ford had a nice cup and handle break. That's great. We've got a daily squeeze, meaning when a chart is squeezing, it means that basically the chart is gathering some strength, right? The EMAs or the simple moving averages are getting crushed together, and it's basically gathering power. It's gathering strength. It could gather strength to go up. It could gather strength to go down, right? But either way, it is gathering strength. And right now, when I got something that's called a squeeze indicator, right? And you have the red dots. They turn black. They turn green. Sometimes they're orange. Basically, when these dots, change a different color, basically a squeeze is firing. So we had a really good volume today, 130% volume today on Ford. You broke out to not all-time highs, right, but a 20-year high with good volume, squeeze firing with a MACD cross, right? Yeah. So I'm thinking Ford could go much higher. Preliminary price target on Ford is going to be 23 and 24 bucks on Ford. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So that's Ford. I really like this chart. I think you guys should all put this on your watch list. I think Ford is doing very well here. Okay, next ticker on this list is Apple. Apple doing fantastic. What's crazy is Apple made an all-time high today, and this MACD hasn't even crossed over, and Apple is starting to squeeze, right? And so next price target on Apple is really 188 or 190. The street has a price target on Apple at 200. I think Apple could get there. Let's look at the Qs real quick. Okay. Qs is meandering a little bit, right? Still, I mean, we kind of broke out, but then we broke out of the lower range, and we kind of went to a higher range, right? So if I could just kind of move this indicator up here, right? So we went from one range to another. That's all we did here on the Qs. This is really frustrating to look at, but hey, it could work. Okay, let me just activate drawing. So there we are. All right. So that's the Qs here. Again, the market is still kind of meandering a little bit. Let's talk about something else that's working. TSM. You guys have got to have TSM on your list. You had a huge breakout earlier this year. Then we had an attempted breakout in November. Came back down, diddled around, and we just kablooey today. Just bam. 200% volume. Big candle day here. Broke out of range. I'm expecting Taiwan Semiconductor to go much, much higher. Price target on Taiwan Semiconductor will be, I want to say 130 and then 135 on Taiwan Semiconductor. Let me look at the weekly time frame, see if there's any more fireworks in that. Oh yeah, Taiwan Semiconductor. Look at that. This is juicy. You see, when you see a chart setting up like this, team, right? This is really how you grow your account, when you catch moves like this, right? When things go from a phase one market phase to a phase two, I think we could get to all-time highs here on this chart pattern here. And so I'm going to set a price target of, right at all-time highs, 142 on the weekly time frame. So first I want 130, 132, and then I want 142 on TSM, right? And so team, that's it for today's show. I do want to keep things a little bit light and tight. I know we've had shows that lasted over an hour, and so as we continue to do things and see what works and what doesn't, we're just gonna be very nice and tight and very judicious with the time that we have here. If you guys have more tickers, send them to me on the back end, and we'll do them in the next show, which will be next Wednesday at 6. So team, I want to thank everybody for being here. Thanks. God bless. We will be doing a special follow-up show on Twitter Spaces right after this. So if you're on Twitter Spaces, find me, add me at Charles Becco, and we'll be doing another follow-up. Thanks, team. God bless. All right. Again, don't forget to subscribe, y'all. Do not forget to subscribe. Yes, sir. All right. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. Take care.